Hi, welcome back to another recap of 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 8, Episode 7. And you guys, as soon as I saw the episode title, I was shook. It is called Humpty Dumped Me. Who the hell titled it? I need them to get a raise. Like, right now. They deserve it. Without further ado, let's get into the recap. So let's start with Jasmine and Gino. Jasmine, Gino, and Coco are on a walk, and she tells Gino that she spoke to her mom, and her mom found out she had some tests done for her health, and they found cancer. But fortunately, it's in the very early stages, so she should be okay. But Jasmine's distraught. She's disheartened. She feels so sad that she can't be there with her mom, helping her go to these doctor's appointments and just being this moral support for her. I can't imagine not being there for my mom if she found something like that out. And I just know that being next to your mother or your family member, your loved one, while they are going through something like this is so important. It makes such a big difference. So I felt for Jasmine. Gino in the scene was very empathetic because his mom died of cancer. And wow, they showed old photos of Gino when he was a baby with his mother, and she was a gorgeous, so pretty. And Gino was kind of a cute baby.
I seen what my mom went through with cancer, going to hospital, seeing her, and in her funeral, unfortunately. It's rough. It's hard to take.
Jasmine talks about how she feels so depressed. She feels like everything's just not going well. And Gino's like, Jasmine, why don't we go on a vacation so you can get your mind off of things? Which I thought was a pretty nice idea. I was like, whoa, I didn't expect Gino to show up like that. And she says she has a friend named Leandro who recently moved to Miami, and he just reminds her of home and she would love to see him. And he goes, yeah, I remember Leandro. He's so nice. I love him. Well, honey, if he's going to make you happy, then let's go. Okay, Gino, I didn't expect him to be so agreeable. And remember, you guys, Miami is good for Jasmine. Remember when they were there the last time? She was beaming. She was glowing. She was so happy. I've never seen her that happy before.
If it's going to make you feel better and make you happy, we can go see Leandro. I'm sure we can make it work.
Oh. And as we all thought, as soon as she lands in Miami, her mood is instantly lifted. She's like smelling the air and she's noticing the atmosphere and she instantly feels happy. And I know that exact feeling because I used to get that feeling as soon as I stepped into New York City. I don't know, your heart just flutters, you get the butterflies and you feel like you're at home, you know? Anyway, Jasmine tells Gino that one of her fantasies was to fork in a public place.
This is something I've always wanted to do. Jasmine and I haven't had sex in a public place.
So you want me to try it with someone else in public or with you?
Well, probably both.
What?
Maybe even a woman too. And then maybe I can get involved.
You want me to cut your make a smoothie and force you to drink it?
Oh my God, you guys, I used to say this all the time. When a guy would really piss me off, of course, this was a joke, okay? Don't take it seriously. But I would always say, I'm going to cut your balls off, put it in a blender, make a smoothie out of it, tie you to a chair, and force you to drink it. And I would always say that. And Jasmine just said the same exact thing. Is this a coincidence or are we both crazy? They go to Leandro's rental Airbnb place and it's really beautiful. She feels at home. I didn't even know it was Jasmine's birthday. So he got her these cupcakes. She blows out the candles. She makes a wish.
Deseo que mis niños estén conmigo y con Gino lo más pronto posible acá en los Estados Unidos.
Moving on to Nicole and Mahmoud. Okay, so Mahmoud is still on the run and Julian catches up to him. And you guys, I was roasting him in my last video, but I was joking. He obviously seems like a very nice, caring person. I can tell he's truly concerned for Mahmoud. He's even crying. He has tears streaming down both eyes. I was kind of concerned for him. I was like, dude, are you okay? Also, why is this entire burden on him? If anything, Nicole should be out there running after Mahmoud, okay? You know how when someone needs space and they just need some time to themselves, and you are literally begging the person, please leave me alone. Like, please, I just need a moment to breathe. And Julian just kept getting into his space. He kept touching him like, no, don't go, stay here, stay here. It was a little bit too much.
Just chill, man. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I mean, just for real.
I'm really trying to do nothing more, so...
I get that. Sit down then.
I need to
Just
walk
sit down.
away, please, for
Just
what?
sit down.
Why are you so emotional? Like, even Nicole's not emotional. She doesn't care. She's in bed with her 2 girlfriends acting like she cares. She's like, I'm sorry that you guys had to see this. And she tries to act all regretful and sad.
He doesn't even know anything about like the streets of LA. I mean, I don't even know how much money he has. He's never been outside of Egypt, so like I'm worried about him.
I mean, if you feel that bad, go get your little booty outside and go find your fiancé, husband, or whatever. She calls him and he's like, what? And she's like, what are you gonna do? And he says, I'm gonna stay at a hotel. And she asks him, which hotel? Where are you gonna stay? And he goes, it's none of your business. And he hangs up on her. And good for Mahmoud. I hope he leaves her ass. So he books a hotel by himself. He tells the producers he needs an Uber. He needs to get to his hotel. And they're like, okay, we're going to take you there. And they all hop into the car. It's the next morning and he looks so worn out, so tired. He says he feels really hurt and he doesn't even know if Nicole loves him anymore. So he calls her and he tells her, I'm so sad about everything that happened last night. And she's like, well, you were mean to me the whole day. And he goes, you brought your friends over to your apartment and that's not even the problem. I don't care that you brought your friends over, but you treated me like shit in front of them. And Nicole goes, well, I was mad at you, Mahmoud. Also, you charged $300 on my credit card?
You spent $300 on my credit card for the hotel, and it's a huge expense for me.
I couldn't help but to laugh. I was like, oh my God, Mahmoud, of course, charged her card. But he did say it was because his card didn't work. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. He probably has an international card. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work over here. And he was like, I'm going to pay you back. And she goes, you know what, Mahmoud? You have caused nothing but trouble since you got here. Actually, in fact, you've caused nothing but trouble for the last 4 years of my life. I was like, you effing biatch.
For the last 3 days, you've done nothing but cause problems. And you know what else? For the last 4 years, that's all you've done, actually.
That was so nasty. And as soon as she said that, you could see all the color drain from his face. I think it really hurt him. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to go get my stuff. They hang up. He goes back to Nicole's apartment and it's very awkward. It's almost as if she wants to kind of act like nothing happened, hoping that he would acquiesce and they would just kind of get back together. Honestly, I don't know.
How are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you hungry?
No.
Did you eat?
Yes, I ate.
Where are you staying?
I don't know yet.
You don't know?
No.
And then he goes inside and starts gathering his stuff and she tries to make a little conversation and he responds to all her questions rather pleasantly.
Well, there are a couple of things I need.
Yeah. This is your card, and this is the one I used yesterday, the money.
Okay.
And this is the phone.
And then you can have this one.
No, kids, I don't need it.
And then she gets mad at him because he's about to actually leave. He's like putting on his shoes. He has a suitcase. And she's like, where do you think you're going? And he goes, I'm going to find a hotel to stay in.
You act like you've been here in LA like for 20 years or something. You can just, go and get a hotel room and just...
And he's like, bitch, you told me to leave. You told me to get out. And she's like, yeah, but then I told you to stay. Like, I want you to stay. And he's like, well, I'm not. Okay. So they basically get into another argument about the same thing. And she goes, well, you're the one who brought up the divorce. And he goes, yeah, I still want one.
You're the one who told me you wanted to get a divorce like 20 times today, yesterday.
And I still want that.
Yeah, you go, Mahmoud. Yeah, you tell her. Now this really pisses her off. So she's like, okay then, go.
Then go. Then, yeah, go.
Yay, good for you, Mahmoud. So he's walking outside. The producer's like, so where are you going? And he's like, I'm not going back. Don't even try to talk me into going back, okay? I'm not. And he keeps walking. The camera is following him and I guess he's going to try to find a flight back home. I hope he doesn't go back to Nicole. It would just be epic if he just left and dropped her ass and never talked to her again. But we'll see. Next, we have Emily and Kaba. So everyone's still at the club. Remember, Kobe's friend Valerie kept talking over her. She couldn't handle it, so she walked away. And Kobe's friends are like, why is she so angry? Okay, why do you think? I mean, don't you hate when people do that? Like they do something to upset you and then they're like, oh my God, why are you so upset? Like they get upset for you having an appropriate reaction to their actions. Like, hello, why are you so dramatic? Oh my God, I was just asking a question. Like, okay. Anyway, moving on. Kobe finds Emily and he tries to calm her down. He's like, I'm sorry about my friends. It's the culture, blah, blah, blah. And Emily's like, I don't want to go over there, Kobe. If your friends are going to act like that, I don't want to go over there, Kobe. And he's like, oh, please, can you just please do this for me? And she's like, oh my God, well, then I'm going to have this drink. I'm just going to finish this drink. And then I might think about going over there, Kobe. So they eventually walk back together and they sit down. And Kobe tells his guy friends, come on, like we have a very limited time here. My wedding is around the corner. This is supposed to be a great, happy, fun time. Let's all get along. And his friends start going against Kobe, basically. And he's like, oh, all you do is defend your wife. And then the other one goes, I really wonder if you guys are going to be able to maintain this happiness. Yeah, I don't think your marriage is going to work. So then Kobe's like, oh my God, Emily, you might be right. And she was like, yeah, Kobe, I've been telling you this whole time, Kobe.
All the friends of Kobe will say you are bossy. It's your wife. But to me, it's strange. Like, I don't know how the show look like. Are you guys going to maintain this? Like, seriously?
And so he tells his friends, he's like, if you guys don't support our relationship, then you really shouldn't come to our wedding. But ultimately, it's up to you. And then he gets up to walk away. And then all of a sudden, his friends are like, no, Kobe, sit down. Kobe. And Emily gets up and she walks away. And they're all trying to stop Kobe. They're like, don't be mad. Kobe, sit down. And Kobe turns around and he walks out of the club with his wife, Emily, and his friends are all like, did we take it too far? Producers, did we take it too far?
Oh my God, no, I appreciate
I was like, okay, Kobe, he finally stepped up and had his wife's back. I didn't have any doubt in him, honestly. Like, he's such a stand-up guy. I freaking love Kobe. But I gotta say, when Kobe was talking to Emily and he was trying to calm her down, he was trying to explain his point of view and what was going on. And Emily kept interrupting him. And she was kind of proving his friend's point.
Then I can't get it out.
All right.
I can't get it out. It's not fair. I think I make you plenty happy. Am I wrong?
Honey,
Do I make you
not
happy?
here. I don't think.
Do I make you happy?
Of course you do make me happy. Please, I just want to have a good time with
Okay,
my
but I'm
friends.
gonna be a lady.
Like, she was upset at his friends for constantly interrupting her and not letting her finish, but she does the exact same thing to Kobe. Last and very least, we have Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. You're welcome. All right, we got Humpty Dumpty. He's at a bar about to dump Liz, and I'm only calling him Humpty Dumpty because the show is calling him Humpty Dumpty, okay? So I feel like I have to honor the show and call him what the show wants me to call him. So he's Humpty Dumpty today. So he's at the bar, he's hanging around, waiting for Liz to show up, and he's on his phone, and she calls him. And she's like, you really want to have this serious conversation at a bar? Like, you want me to bring my 7-year-old daughter to a bar? What am I supposed to do with her? And then he goes, well, you're her mom, Liz. You figure it out. Ugh, of course he would say something like that. You already know, Liz, I'm not going to marry you. I'm not going to go through with this, okay? I already canceled the venue and I got my deposit back. She's like, Ed, the bar is not the appropriate place to have this conversation. And you're expecting me to bring Riley? And he's like, my mind's already made up, Liz. My mind's already made up. My mind's already made up, Liz. My mind is made up. Oh my God, he's such a little bitch baby. And then she hangs up on him. Of course she does, because who the hell wants to listen to, my mind's made up, Liz. My mind's made up, Liz.
My mind's made up. Liz, my mind's made up. Regardless, my mind is made up, okay?
And you know what's really effing sad? Like, so sad and kind of pathetic. In Liz's interview scene, she is teary-eyed. And she says, I already know what he's going to say. He's going to say he needs space. He wants to take a break and blah, blah, blah. But I don't want our relationship to be over. I put all my eggs in his basket.
I put all my eggs in one basket moving out here. And it is terrifying to lose someone that I fought so hard to be with.
Girl, maybe you should be without a basket for a while. Okay, maybe you should learn how to handle your own eggs on your own before jumping into another basket. But what do I know? I'm just a single potato. In the preview for the next episode, Jasmine and Gino go see gators, and she's so excited. She's so happy. She's like, Gino, this is the best birthday that I've ever had, but I've got some bad news for you. And I'm like, oh my God, she's going to tell him that she doesn't want kids right now. I wonder how he's going to react. By the way, I don't watch Patrick and Thais' segments, but damn, in the preview, I saw a little snippet of her dad, and he's kind of cute. I forgot. I was like, oh. He's cute. Is he cute or am I just crazy? In a weird way, he kind of does remind me of Pedro, which then gives me the ick. But before he reminded me of Pedro, I was like, oh, he's kind of cute. Yeah. Anyway, we see Rob and Sophie back, and apparently Rob has a secret phone that he might be hiding from Sophie, because they were in the room talking and all of a sudden something was vibrating. And it wasn't his phone, it wasn't her phone. So I guess she's gonna go snooping around his apartment to look for the thing that vibrated. And I don't know if she really wants to snoop around, because what if she finds something like she didn't want to find? Something vibrating, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a phone, you know? But I guess she's gonna snoop around and find out. And last, we see crazy Nicole getting into her car and she's driving around town looking for Mahmoud. And girl, just let him go. Oh my God. Hashtag free Mahmoud. Free Mahmoud. Everyone say it with me. Free Mahmoud. Damn, feeling bad for Mahmoud was not on my bingo card for this season. It really wasn't. But how the tables have turned. Well, that's it for the recap. I skipped Lauren and Alexi, Patrick and Thais, and Ashley and Manuel. So you're going to have to go to another channel to find out what happened with them. And there's so many channels. Let me give a few shout outs right now, speaking of them. So you guys already know my bestie, Boba Belly. I'm sure you guys already know about whatever Linda. I'm sure you guys already know Kibbles. She was the reason why I started my own channel. Here are some other small channels that I really love. Karen's Chisme Corner. Love her. I recently found There Is No Store. She used to have an Etsy store, which was like epic. I love Reality Dumpster Dive. She always makes me laugh. Nikki Faces Reality. Love her. She has the sweetest voice. I also watch Cody Trashfire. I find his videos entertaining. Zane Daly. James Rush also makes good videos. His commentary is very insightful, but also funny. He's quite sarcastic, and I appreciate that. Reality TV Cringe. If you guys think I'm funny, they're 100 times funnier. And they say a lot of the things that I'm too scared to say on YouTube. Anyway, I'm going to go because I have to do the MILF Manor recap right now for Patreon. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.
It's a recap. It's a recap.